Hi there, Jerry Nicklow here with Real Insurance Talk with Huff Insurance. I've been reading a lot on Reddit about insurance questions, and one of the most common things I see is a scenario where somebody's involved in a low-impact, low-speed accident with another party. And of course, you don't want to file with their insurance. They don't want the rates go up, so they agree to pay cash at the scene for whatever, the few $100s worth of damage to the car. I'm going to tell you why that's just not a good idea. Because I know in the state of Maryland, they have 3 years to file an injury claim. So even though it's a low-speed accident and at the scene they're saying they're okay, they may not feel the same way a couple years down the road. Their situation may change, and all of a sudden you may get a nice letter at the door from a server advising you you're involved in a bodily injury lawsuit from an accident that happened 2.5 years ago. The issue is now that you paid cash for it at the scene and you didn't report it to your insurance company, there's provisions in your policy that all claims must be reported in a reasonable time period. And your insurance company may actually say that 2.5 years to report the claim is not reasonable. And then if that happens, you'll wind up being on the hook to defend yourself against that lawsuit and pay any lawsuit proceeds that get judged against you from your savings or your home or your assets, instead of your insurance policy that you had to protect you had everything been done properly. So our advice, if you're involved in an accident that involves another party, always report it to your insurance company. Let them know it happened. And then if you did pay for it out of pocket with cash, tell them you just want to do a report only. That way you're notifying them that it happened. You want to report it to them just in case 2.5 years down the road they get a bug up their rear end and want to file a claim because maybe they lost their job and they're looking for a way to get money, and they're like, oh, I remember that accident I had 2 years ago. I got some injuries now that I can't work, and now I'm going to go sue you for that accident. And going back 2 years for an accident that you didn't report and remembering the details is going to be tough. It's going to be your word against theirs at that point. And if they got a good attorney, which all the attorneys want to advertise, they can get you, millions of dollars and fight the insurance companies, you may have an uphill battle. So report it to your agent, report it to the company as report only. Give them the details that you have on any photos, pictures, stuff like that. That way it's on file. If something happens 2.5 years down the road, all your statements and all your pictures and all the documentation is on file. That way, if a case does come up, you do have a better leg to stand on, and the company will be willing to defend you because you did notify them at the time of the accident. Where if you didn't notify them and just tried to pay $300 out of pocket, that can cost you tens of thousands of dollars down the road, if not more, should a lawsuit happen at that point. So we always say, again, report the claims. If you wanted to report only, advise us that. Advise the agent and the company of that. Say, I'm just reporting this only. I don't think anything's going to come of it. I'm just going to report only. And hopefully that'll stop some things down the road that may happen. Just things I think about when I'm sitting here driving. But if you have any other questions about insurance and you want answers to it, my name is Jerry Nicklow, Real Insurance Talk at Huff Insurance. Shoot me over a question. I'll be glad to address it. Thank you. Have a great day.